And finally, a more meta-trending ban there once again, as Valkyrie has been a fairly common pick for a while now.
Yeah, an interesting set of bans there. I think we're going to see quite a different cafe to the one that we've just witnessed between Space Station and Furia, whereby Valkyrie particularly was available, and we grip on, I would expect. It's certainly the area to poke at for the time being now. Bibu, he's just taking a good look at this barricade. Out he goes, and there it is. An opener onto NB Taylor, shut down by Shiol in a nice trade though. Sandbox reacting well, but still potentially being punished by a lack of awareness. The upwards approach onto this side.
We continue to move down, though, in the final 25 seconds. Vitality are continuing to hold here, but it's an even exchange for the most part as Nova and Static keep Sandbox in play. One more player goes down, though. Two still alive for Vitality, and Shinka finishes off Nova, leaving just Static in the fight for a 1v2. He's going to try to renegotiate his position over towards Freezer, but Vitality have that covered as well. Also needs to retrieve the K still with such little time left. He'll have to frag this out. There's the first, but the second is going to elude him here, and no time will remain to get the case back under his control. Vitality take the first round on a null timer.
Gonna have to clear out those top two floors, and there's a lot of space for them to move through.
See how they're going to work towards this here. A lot of clearing work to do. About a minute gone, and there's going to be a great push coming in from B4 with the Alda as well, all the way up through red stairs to immediately punish Harper for trying to hop down into red. And once again, there's that aggressive move that's going to force the respect out of Sandbox, or pretty much
Shiol just waiting to get himself into white stairs. 3 on mid floor, and this is all going to come down to a very late push in through the Freezer entrance. You can see that happen. Vitality sort of happy for that to happen. They've allowed them in there, and the diffuser is going down from Nova. There's no real attempt here to prevent that. It is successful, but the kills start raining in. It's almost as if they were waiting for the retake, but it's gone wrong for Vitality here, as one after another.
Again, a good possibility to get Shinka back up, but never mind. Sael finally finishing off the job, taking down Shinka and giving Sandbox the opening advantage.
A little bit late in getting into the mid floor and starting to get those vertical angles opened up. NB Taylor has got himself a few, but the meat of this push is coming in through Bakery. Static has got himself established with Shiol, finds himself a kill, and they really can start applying some pressure now.
Nitro's coming out, but not to too much effectiveness here. Sandbox running over the remaining defenses yet again. When I say defenses, I mean just defense at this point. It's all on Rise. Cactus has gone down also here. Rise is looking for some path to work his way back in as he was extended out towards Whiskey, but Sandbox never even needed to deal with that. What a flick from Rise, though, to save his own life as he rips the head off of Static. Still stuck in a 1v3, though. So much room to negotiate. Gets that red ping for the info, and one player nearly takes the head off of them as well, but just so much to work towards here. Only about 15 seconds or so to realistically get to the case here, and he's finally going to peek into an angle where he can't find the win. NV Taylor shuts him down, and it's another round for Sandbox.
Looking like a completely different team.
A Kochek, oh no, they're going to get aggressive against him. A double player swing coming out. P4 not ready for it. He downs his teammate, but it's okay. The job is done, and HXD is going to be retrievable, so he's brought back up, and yeah, he loses a lot of HP here. Sael now going to go down as Rise makes his own push out from Whiskey here. He's going to continue that backup.
Red ping is there from the bulletproof Carmen. He's going to have his opportunity, and there it is, nice and easy. Swings to try and take a second, and gets him. Can't dip away, and with 35 seconds left to go, it's now 2 versus 3.
Massive impact made, though, so the trade is certainly going to favor the Vitality roster at the end of the day there. Bibo getting some great intel assistance as well due to the bulletproof cam sitting on the wall, as well as others that were placed down the white hallway. He knew exactly when those players were pushing, so was able to perfectly play out that 1v2 scenario before finally being outwitted by the third player here. Coming down to the last 20 seconds, Sandbox are going to be forced into the site here. Won't have a choice, won't have the capability really to drone things out anymore either. He's only got a few left to work towards. Despite that fact, however, NV Taylor finds a smooth first kill. Rise comes in to shut it all down, though. As
he's on Sandbox, they need to start getting themselves in the map. They need to start pressuring these Vitality players and forcing them to move just like that.
Beautiful stuff from Sandbox there, picking up a swift double kill, clears out most of the hold inside of Cocktail. Sael's going to carry this forward even further. Look at this! Sandbox wiping the floor with the defenses being put up by Vital to bolster up the defenses on the inside of the library and allow them to continue to hold presence here. Bibu, though, is going to be immediately challenged from that position. He's got to watch the other end of this, too. No support to be found. He was expecting someone to push him out from the hell doorway, but it's not going to happen.
Coming under an absolute hail of utility at the minute minute. Not only flashbangs going in, but also Candela's dropping as well. Rise gets one onto Shaol with the Nitro Static, getting the diffuser down here, and the kills continue to fly in for Sandbox.
Shinka just firing blindly to try and catch the plant, and he's going to successfully get it. The problem, though, is him and the rest of his teammates have gone down, leaving only P4 in the fight, and he cannot maintain an open position over out by the bar. So Sandbox gets, well, so no more capability to isolate out any of these electric walls or any of the other forms of utility. Great smoke work, though, immediately blocks out the position coming in. We are going to see HXD shut down Cactus as they try to push their way into the site. Will finally be finished off, though. Traded out as Vitality are coming in with a big storm of frags all of a sudden. 3 going in their direction here as they also take Cocktail control. But Shael still holding on the inside of the freezer. He trades it back with 2 more to even out the odds. Shinka, though, moves forward, puts the odds back under the control of Vitality as they push back under their control of Cocktail. However, Envy Taylor, the one factor that was left undealt with here from Sandbox, finally wrapping his way back up. Rise had the flank, had the angle to shut him down, but it doesn't work. Envy wins the fight. He's got a sliver left to play off of, but it doesn't matter. He's got the headshot against Shinka, and he's got the round.
Absolutely unreal from Envy Taylor there, coming back up from the roam, finding himself in a 1v2, and that final shot remaining on the side of Sandbox. That's a lot of bodies to try and keep track of when you don't have a drone each, and what a beauty of a shot from Static there, taking the head off Rise as he peeks his way around that VIP window. Bibu tries to move in. The smoke canister's actually going to block his line of sight for a moment, but looks to move upstairs and push White stairs instead.
Envy Taylor just waiting for an opportunity to hop out here and maybe strike. That opportunity is going to be coming in soon as Static is able to shut down so many players from the inside of VIP downstairs here. HXD able to steal one as well. Static finally going down to the ground here, but it's just P4 remaining for Vitality at this point. They'll even have to go back and retrieve the case, meaning that Static, his abilities of where he could have gone, and he's trying to keep that anonymity going with his final 50 seconds remaining, but it's going to be a tough fight to win when Envy Taylor has the cutoff from over at Red Stairs, as he'll shut this round down as well for Sandbox. For tomorrow's matches here, Static going to try to get aggressive here and nearly finds a few targets initially, but instead it's going to be Cactus that finds it as Nova also tries to hop out above the bakery cutout, leading to his death, and finally opening kill advantage going the way of Vitality.
Our trains, and there's been a lot of utility, a lot of time expended towards trying to deal with Harper, but they've been unable to so far. He keeps his position in there. Envy Taylor managing to get one. Static gets another. Bibu manages to close out 2 himself. Harper and Static going by the wayside. 3 versus 2 now. And Sandbox that
find themselves in a very difficult situation very quickly here. Shael gonna get caught out as well. Shinka never made the descent. In fact, just moves in through the new hatch there to take out Shael. It's just Envy Taylor alive, and he's on the floor of the site here. Bibu already seems to have the intel as well. A couple foot shots against Envy Taylor brings him down to just a sliver of HP remaining. He knows that those shots connected as well, so they're going to come in full steam to try and take him down at this point. Envy Taylor will need to be an ace with these headshots to try and win this one out, and it's just not going to happen. Shinka shuts it down, and Vitality is finally back on the board.
Onarune has that one-punch ability to take out a barricade, so I think there was a little bit of a thought process there of a potential run-out, but it just never presented itself. Envy Taylor, however, does manage to get one onto Rise, but traded out immediately, and that's good for Vitality because they know now everything they have to deal with is in sight. It's in front of them. They've got the clash still to take care of, but in a 4 versus 3 should be able to. 3 versus 3 though, as Shaol manages to find Cactus and the kills start raining in for Sandbox.
Not to mention this, but Static has made a full rotation around the back of the push from Vitality as well, so he knows full well what Vitality has control of at this point and what they do not. That's a lot of safe intel going over to Sandbox. They don't have to second guess themselves with alternate peaks anymore. P4 nearly messing up a free opportunity to take down HXD, but Shael immediately translates it. Shinka though, bringing it down to a 1v1 by finally eliminating this clash. Only 6 seconds left to play it out though. He needs to clutch this now when the map goes down. Can he find his opponent? No, he cannot. And by holding in the corner, Sandbox will shut it down, taking control of the map.
So many moments in that round, Blue, where I was just like, no, what is happening? The clash.